Good morning, class 7. As you know, we are studying grammar and we have covered two topics. They are articles and punctuations. Now we come to this chapter, that is sentence. In this chapter sentence, I'll introduce few topics for this term and then we will practice the rest of the exercises in the next once the term gets over, once the assessment test gets over. So here we'll begin what is the meaning of this, how the sentence is formed, with which kind of rules are to be followed, what are the basic rules for making or writing a sentence group. The sentence is made up of group of words, which group of words, what terms are we used for such groups of words. I'm going to teach you in this chapter, so pay more attention on this topic. This is again you have studied in your previous classes, nothing new, but just this is a revision. You should refer that. In the coming days we will more focus on the grammar book. Then and there you will try to solve the exercises and you will send it back to me if you have any doubts. Once you solve, send the image to me. Now pay attention, it is already given in the very first page. From the beginning it says that the sentence. Now you can see the sentence, whether it is sentence or not, complete or incomplete, meaningful or without meaning. We are going to refer there. Look at the following groups of words. Played evening, last we a match hockey. Did match team the win your? Do you think they are meaning? They are meant? They are giving? They are showing the meaning? No. So these groups do not make any sense. Let us rewrite them. How are we writing? Just pay attention. We played a hockey match last evening. Did your team win the match? Question mark. So here these sentences indicates the meaning with the correct forms of the words and the placement of the words in the sentence. A group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. The meaning of the definition of sentence is given. A group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. So what are we supposed to remember while writing a sentence? A sentence makes complete sense. It begins with a capital letter and punctuation marks. I have already informed about them. The words in a sentence must be in their proper order. In the first sentence, in the example as we saw or as we have seen, the verb is in the beginning, extra word is in the middle, subject, the pronoun is in between, the topic, main theme of the sentence is at the last. So there is no order followed. A sentence ends with a full stop, mark of interrogation or mark of exclamation. Some sentences ends with full stop, some ends with question mark. Two examples are given and the exclamation mark, which I have explained you in the previous chapter. Now comes group of words make sense but do not complete sense is part of sentence. That is called phrase, which you have studied in your lessons. Once the glossary is given, then phrases are also given in the text. So we have to follow that as well. We have to learn. If we learn them, then we'll come to know they are known as phrase. They give complete meaning. They do not give complete sense. They are just words. It's written, some groups of words make sense but not complete sense. Make sense. They give the hint but not in a complete order. We have to mean it. We have to identify or try to understand. A funny story. It means that story which he told us, it was funny. Last evening, at the bus stop of no use. A group of words that make sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. Played a hockey, not a phrase. A hockey match is a phrase. Played, if verb is given, then no. We can turn a phrase into sentence by adding some words to it. My mother told me a funny story last evening. Stand in a queue at the bus stop. This book is very good but of no use to me. So these words can be used in a sentence with the help of these words. A sentence always has a verb in it. In fact, the verb is the heart of a sentence. This is what English grammar is always focusing on. Verb plays in every language, but it has a position in the sentence. From this page, as you know the exercise, you can mark it on your own whether it is a sentence or not. If a sentence who does not contain verb in it at the right place, it means it is not showing the meaning. The next exercise is of just use it in the sentence, but we are going to focus from this chapter the part of which is known as the subject and predicate. We are going to focus on this rather than a sentence or not. And from this lesson, the subject and predicate and the kinds of sentences, which is in the next video. As this is a second page on which first two exercises, we can refer it quickly. These are the sentence, whether they are sentences or not. Students' awareness about dengue. What is it? It doesn't give the meaning, so no. Essay is the of this better to the. So again, not giving the meaning. Here, students' awareness about dengue. No. Here, dengue also pronounced. This is the better of the two essays. Can be considerable. Yes. The whole furniture in the various rooms of our flat on the top floor. But what? Located or what? So here, go. Where to go? Being tired of waiting for the train. Can be said yes. We were tired of waiting for the train. So the sentence begin with being tired of, or we were tired of waiting for the train is correct sentence. Here, being tired of waiting, we don't know who are they talking about. The colonies across the railway line. But what? Have railway cross houses line? The very big colonies, the big? Again not. The colonies across the railway line have very big houses. Now comes to C section, part of sentence. It is very important. I am going to include this topic and kinds of sentences for your assessment test. That subject and predicate. Subject means the part of sentence which names what the sentence is about, and predicate that parts of sentence which says something about the subject. They are interconnected. We went to the zoo. So we, subject, went to the zoo, predicate. We says that what did we? What are we? We went to the situation, and situation says who went? We went. So this is known subject and predicate. All the players contributed to the victory of the team. So all the players. Once the verb started from the line, verb, the whole part of words is known as predicate until full stop. Here you can see all the players, subject, contributed to the victory of team, predicate. The subject of sentence usually comes first, but occasionally it may be placed after the predicate. The verb is an essential part of the predicate. As I've said, verb plays the most important. In an imperative sentence, the subject is always you, but it is implied and not stated. When the sentence is imperative, it is in command, order, advice. In that, you is not given. It says, fetch me a bottle or get me a bottle. It means you get me a bottle. So you is known considerable subject. Sit down. So who will sit down? Of course the one who's listening. So you. Open your books at page 28. So who will open? Teacher will tell the student. So you. So this is what subject and predicate plays an important role in grammar. You can see the exercise on the page. Draw one line under the subject and two lines under the predicate. Several herbal plants grown in our kitchen garden have great medicinal properties. So several herbal plants can be grown in our kitchen garden. Subject have great medicinal properties. Tulsi is one of them. Tulsi subject one is one of them. Predicate. Eat a couple of tulsi leaves every day to remain healthy. So who? Eat. You are suggesting eat a couple of tulsi leaves every day to remain healthy. You subject eat a couple of. Drinking large quantities of water removes toxic substance. Drinking large quantities of water subject removes toxic substance. We subject must not drink water from a pond. Even tap water should be even tap water. On the topmost shelf of my cupboard. So on the topmost shelf of my cupboard. This book gives very useful help. So this book. So this is called subject. I'll give you the practice exercises. Don't worry. You will make it. You will make out the meaning of this in the revision session. Now, main part of the chapter is kinds of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences, which is very important. You have studied in previous class too. Assertive, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory. Now meaning is also given. Assertive sentence means statement. The one who said a line, a statement, it becomes statement. Interrogation means questions, which I have explained in punctuation. Imperative just now said command, instructions, advice or request is known. These sentences which shows command, which gives instructions are known as imperative. And exclamatory, in which you show your emotions, your strong emotions. So in assertive or declarative sentences, there are 2 kinds of sentence, positive and negative. In negative, you will get the not in the sentence. In positive, the sentence is in the positive. The fox looked at the piece of cheese. Affirmative, it means positive. The fox did not like it. Did not like it, negative. Once you find not in the sentence. Interrogative, the questions, yes or no questions and WH questions. So 2 types of questions in interrogative. Do you like stories? What kind of stories do you like? Do you like, it means yes or no. The listener will answer in yes or no form. And the second is you have to answer in sentence. What kind of stories do you like? It means you will tell I like horror stories, I like funny stories, I like comics. So this way you will answer. So both have different answer and they are known as yes or no type question, WH questions. In WH questions there are WH question forms also. Interrogative pronouns means you will find answer in pronouns. So who, whose, whom, what, which. Two things to remember about an interrogative sentence is in an interrogative sentence we put auxiliary verb before the subject. Now auxiliary verb means should, and we put a question mark at the end. Helping verbs before the subject. Auxiliary verb, WH. For pronoun, if you get the answer in pronoun, the answer would be pronoun. So who, whose, whom, what, which, with which we'll begin our question. Who has taken my pen? So answer will be a name of the person. So pronoun. Whose is this book? It is Suchi's book. Again noun. Whom do you want to meet? I want to meet particular person. So while answer applied to pronoun, only to pronoun, so these WH words are being used. Who, whose, whom, what and which. Next comes, now in detail explanation is given. Who is used as a subject, whom is used as an object. This, it will be applicable for your next level once you will refer the next topic of grammar. Imperative sentence, kinds of imperatives, which gives commands, instruction, request and advice. In exclamatory sentences, which shows your strong feelings regarding something. As you know, as you can see in the example, how beautiful the butterfly is, what a nuisance it is. So exclamation mark, it always ends with exclamation mark. You have to remember this. So here the main topics of this lesson covered. Two topics are being taken from this lesson. One is subject predicate and the next is kinds of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences: assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences and exclamatory sentences. In assertive sentences, positive and negative, interrogative, yes or no and WH questions. Number 3rd is imperative, in which commands, order, instructions, advice given. And number 4th, exclamatory sentences, where emotions are expressed with the help of exclamation mark. While in interrogation, there is a end of question, the sentence ends with question mark, and while assertive and imperative, sentence ends with full stop. So these all are the rules which you have to remember. Here 3 lessons are being covered from grammar. Tomorrow 2 writing sections will be taught to you all, which you have to refer. From Monday onwards I'll give you revision time. So we will start doing revision. So this is the book. The rest part of the books we'll refer it later stage, and this is very useful. You can refer it for your next classes also, in which you have many notes. So thank you. Tune it to the next video. Tune it to the next video. Have a great day ahead.